refresh the system real fast because we were having some lagging issues. Hopefully we got a much better connection now. While I wait for everybody to come back in, I am going to set up a poll. Oh, so here we go. Poll. I appreciate everyone coming in. This is the Grounding Daily Show. We came inside today after hugging a tree so that we can have a chit chat in the warm because it is a little chilly out in Michigan today. So we're gonna just sit, hang out with our loved ones for a few moments. Live in the Cove, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. I did not mean to put that one up. There we go. Last poll. Okay, here we go. I'm just putting thank you, Shara. Thank you, Ellie. I see y'all coming in. I was trying to set up this poll. Let me just, so far so good. That's great. That's great. Thank y'all so much for being here. I love and appreciate both of y'all. Wonderful, beautiful, positive energy. Thank y'all so much. So, what the download that I received in regards to just the overall energy was about to be a common denominator is like self-preservation. And that's important right now for us light bringers, for us people who are helping the collective. Because of course it is our job and our duty to do so. But we have to be able to pour for anyone else from a full cup. I personally have seen where as we make upgrades, I always talk about healing does not have a ceiling. When we make certain upgrades and we are leveling ourselves up, we get newer, I'm not going to say worse or harder challenges, but better challenges, right? We get better challenges when we get to that next level. I recognize personally some of my challenges and some of the other ones crept up on me. And it's a beautiful thing because it puts me in perspective of how much I've grown since I've started to go live consistently. We've been live, I think today is day 96 right now, or 97, where we've been live every day of this beautiful year. Hey, Bill Jackson, peace and prosperity to you. And of course, when we are doing any habit for 21 days, I say this all the time, but it's the truth. Neighborhood, thank you so much for being here. Scotty Scott, peace and prosperity to you. When you are doing something repetitively for 21 days, you are building a habit that then takes hold of your actual DNA. It becomes a part of your body. It becomes a whole part of your being. We've done that now 3 times. The upgrades, the level ups that we have achieved in doing so has taken us to another level, a level we've never been to before. So we expect it in our minds to try to predict certain things because we like to be wise. Tanya Huff, peace and prosperity to you. Jen Stolinas, peace and prosperity to you. We like to be wise and to at least not manifest a problem, but prepare for certain problems or situations, because it's always good to have solutions. It's always good to have a solution ready. And if you can avoid a problem by having that solution ready to go or take care of it ahead of time, you know, it's usually beneficial. Hey, Pearl, peace and prosperity. Thank you so much for coming in. It's usually beneficial. Well, I have issues myself with over analyzing certain problems, turning certain molehills into mountains, and then dealing with it like it's a mountain when it's a molehill the whole time, and vice versa. And I think that for me, the best way for me to solve some of those problems is not only to recognize it, but to take a moment to myself, gather myself, not for everybody else, not for the collective, but just for me, and say, okay, how do I want to feel about this? How do I want to deal with these issues? Hey, Mia Breeze, peace and prosperity to you. I missed another name that just came in, but we appreciate you coming in. Donald, thank you so much coming in. Peace and prosperity to you. So, for me, I'm going to be having some moments where I'm just going to analyze how do I want the end result of these problems and issues to go? Is this something I migrate within myself? Is this something that, you know, a part of Venom that I need or keep? You know, Susie, peace and prosperity to you. James, peace and prosperity to you. And for those who know what I'm talking about with Venom, I'm talking about the ego, right? There's certain aspects of the ego that's still beneficial to us. You know, we don't completely get rid of our ego. We want to stay balanced. I personally like the number. Hey, EJ, peace and prosperity to you. Hey, Cheryl, peace and prosperity to you. I personally, this is just my personal opinion, my personal ratio. Everybody do what they want, right? I personally have a ratio I set of 55% light, 45% ego. And realistically, I've gotten so in touch with myself at this point now, where if I am not giving Venom that 45%, it's going to build up. Just like it would anything if you're not doing the work on it. If you're not doing the shadow work on it, if you're not consciously dealing with an issue inside of you, it will subconsciously burst out of you. That's just the truth. So we have to acknowledge, you know, I hate using the term good and bad, but the light and the dark. We have to. We have to have that balance. EJ, thank you so much for getting your heart me. I appreciate you. Yeah, it's all about balance, Ellie. It's all about balance. And I noticed, like, when I started to feel subconscious about different things I was doing and what I was saying, not saying, things like that, I'm like, yeah, you know, we've come to another stage where different things you had thought about in a while are going to pop out of you now. Hey, Michelle, peace and prosperity. You've reached a different level where even some of the problems you dealt with in the past and may have handled it in a good way. I am wonderful, brother. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, EJ. Hey, Laura. Some of the issues I may have dealt with in a certain way in the past, now that solution has to be upgraded. That solution has to be better. So good to see you. I hope you got your tracking number I sent you. It might even get there as early as Thursday, they say, but I'm expecting Friday. Congratulations again. For those who don't know, Michelle was our first winner of our first giveaway, and we got that package out to her earlier this morning, thankfully, and we expect it should get to her soon. Again, for any giveaway that I do, I will never charge you anything. I will just get the information and where you want me to send it, and I will get it to you immediately. I will never charge for any giveaways. I will never ask you for any information that would be critical to you. So we keep it loving, we keep it peaceful and prosperous, and we are excited for Michelle to get that Thunder Bay Amethyst. And that was like something else that I peeped and recognized today. Like, I posted, for those who've seen it, I'm going to ask your opinions about it in a moment, right after I'm done with this slight rant. When I decided to come out with the, hey, TG, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. When I decided to come out with the new giveaway, I had an imagination in my mind of what to expect and you know, what benefit this would be or bring. And, you know, I was gleefully, hey, it's Tamika. Okay, yeah, hey, Tamika. I recognize your name now. You know, sometimes when y'all come in, it shows like the whole screen name and not the screen name. Thank you so much for the gifts and the shares. Thank you, everyone, so much for the getting your daily heart means. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. So, you know, I recognize, I'm saying, okay, maybe it was a little bit more ego for me to assume that this was the right time to go with another giveaway. Also, I'm listening to myself and I'm talking to myself. I'm really analyzing my decision making and the responses that I'm getting, not from it, you know, withdrawn from the ego and just looking at it as a whole. And I say to myself, okay, maybe you're also rushing this because you're anxious about TikTok. You're anxious about the feeling of, well, in 75 days, it's going to be another situation. Or, you know, I can't rely on this, I can't rely on that. So now you're starting to lean toward desperation as far as your YouTube and things of that nature. I hope you are too. Thank you so much. We're talking today. We did hug our tree. We came inside the truck because it was cold outside. but we're talking about, working through the next level, issues and problems we may face as we're elevating. All of us here are working toward ourselves. All of us here are getting better at everything we're doing. I see it. I pay attention to y'all. I love how everyone is coming along. I love how everyone is really thriving right now. Thank you all so much for the gifts. And in doing so, we, as I say, healing has no ceiling. In doing so, we've reached new levels and new complications, new lessons. Talking about how I'm working through some of those new lessons myself, in case that can apply to someone else, because I feel like it would. I feel like it only makes sense to. We all elevating. We're all working together. We're all on a high frequency. We're going to probably have similar issues or, similar restraints in some ways, I want to be able, it's a whole bunch of deer out. I can't really, I wish I could zoom in the camera, but they in the dark. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I got ADD. I seen them moving. I'm like, what was I saying? Yeah, I want to make sure that when I'm offering content, when I'm offering giveaways, when I'm offering anything, that I'm doing it for the collective and not for any alternate motive or reason. The universe is going to give me abundance because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do for the universe. So I'm not, doing anything out of a survival mode or worry, But I feel like it led toward that a little bit today, and that's because I am still working through some of my own challenges, and I haven't given them the time and the energy that it needs. And I haven't given Venom his 45%. As I mentioned earlier, we want to have balance, right? Everyone has to have balance. My specific ratio, hey brother, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. And then also, is that Marie? Thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate prosperity to you. My specific ratio that I like to set, 55 light, 45 dark. Or you can say 55 Patah and 45 Venom. You have to have that balance. I never just completely let go of any part of myself. Any bad thing I've been through or what is considered negative, it's all beneficial. It's all wonderful information allowing you to use for your betterment. Little sweetheart, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. I love and appreciate you. Thank you so much. So I'm sharing that information because we all have our own ratio. Whatever your ratio is fine. Some people really go for the 50-50. I struggle to get it right at 50-50, Mr. Who is that? I don't know who that is, but thank you. I'm assuming that's a compliment. I'm assuming they must be an awesome person if they look like me. I appreciate you. But you gotta have your own set ratio. Whatever is locked in with your discernment and your mission. Mine is 55-45. I was getting off-centered. I was getting off of that balance. And I had to recalibrate. And I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for the lessons I've learned and being able to identify those things, Because we have to constantly research ourselves. We have to take on ourselves as a project. This is the school project that if you don't pass or whatever, you won't graduate. You have to take it on with that type of intensity. This is your bar exam. You know what I'm saying? This is whatever major test that you have prepared yourself for and you dove all the way in to do. You want to take yourself on in the same way. So you want to research. You want to make sure you're taking notes. You want to make sure you are categorizing. You want to make sure that you are able to look at yourself in real time, stop and pause and say, okay, is this going in this direction? Is this going in that direction? And which direction is best for me? All that takes time and energy. All of that takes time and energy. Us here, especially here now, the people all in this room right now, we're all giving so much love, support to our whole community. I see us all not just lifting ourselves up, but lifting up others. I see us all going out, being supportive, to the collective and everything we're doing in a positive way. That's energy. That's an energy expense. That's currency. Now, the great thing about it is because we're all in flow, because we all are higher frequency, we're all passing that love back and forth to each other. So nobody gets completely depleted in this group, in this collective energy that we all display here, right? We all passing that love back and forth to each other. We're all appreciative of that love, and of course, we all love ourselves. So it's great to have that exchange and not be drained, but it's still an exchange and it's still at a cost. We want to make sure that we have our balance and our set as we achieve these new levels, meet these new challenges. That some cases we may meet a challenge and be like, okay, I can handle it the way I handled the last challenge. No. If you've gone to another level, if you've achieved things that you dreamed of, then you are on another path that you can't even recognize yet. You are about to see and deal with things that you have not dealt with before. Yes, previous experience helps. That perspective is important. And of course, the confidence in what you're doing is going to align you to whatever the solution is going to be. But do not expect to use the same superpowers that you use at level 5 at level 10. It's just not the same. You're not going to have the same effect. So I caught myself. I caught myself trying to use some level 5 powers at level, we'll say level 7 or 8. And I'm saying that humbly, you know. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to work anymore. This is not going to work anymore. I have to come at this in a bigger, better way because I'm on a bigger, better thing. Thank you so much, everyone that's here, that's tapping the screen and sharing the live. I appreciate y'all. We want to make sure we are improving every day, every second, every moment is an opportunity to get better. What we're entertaining ourselves with, what we're spending our time doing, how we are reaping in our currency or in our frequency is all pivotal right now because there's so much going on in the world, both on the ground level globally and of course in the cosmos and all across the universe. There's a lot going on right now. We can all tap in and feel that energy. We can feel the change. We can feel how things are completely different now than they've ever been before. And I ain't just talking about 2025. I'm talking about last week, last month. this April, I've never seen an April like it before already. That last March, I ain't never seen a March like that before already. And all the similarities and whatnot, I'm telling you, it's a difference. And we all see it, we all feel it instinctively. Especially if we are grounded in nature, if we keep ourselves centered, which is going to align with that frequency of the earth, the cosmos, and everything within us and outside of us to move in that flux, move in that flow. And I love and appreciate doing that, but we have to just make sure we are pacing ourselves. We have to make sure we're doing right by ourselves and doing so. And that's really the main thing I wanted to say tonight. Hey, Angelica, peace and prosperity to you. That's the main lesson I wanted to offer to everyone tonight, you know, is to have that understanding of where you are, where you're going, and recognize that there's going to be new challenges. Got to deal with them in new ways, you know, and make sure that you're keeping yourself balanced as you're climbing up this ladder, as you're ascending to the next level. So good to see you, Angelica. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone, I appreciate all the taps and the shares and the likes. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I feel in confidence this message is finding not just the people who are going to watch this video, the millions of people who will see this video later, but to everyone here right now enjoying this content. I'm definitely thankful to be able to connect and offer some helpful perspective coming from myself, coming from my own inside to the outside world, which again, I'm thankful to be in the ranks with people like yourselves who again are also doing that loving, positive work for the community. And Angelica, thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. I appreciate you. I'm thankful to be in y'all presence. I'm thankful to be able to share this energy with y'all. I really am. Bernard Masters, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for being here. I love it. I love that everybody love each other and know each other. We got a great community here. I'm really appreciative of it. And that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna put up a poll, but you know what? I'm gonna wait. Because it's other things that I feel like I can figure out from within, and then it's also like a matter of still taking care of the same things I just mentioned before. I want to be able to accomplish a few other challenges of my own personally before I start completely worrying about how many YouTube subscribers I have, or any necessarily tweaks to the content. You know, realistically for me, speaking of me specifically here, I excel at going live right now, and that's really what I want to focus on. And most of the content that you guys will see will be surrounded by that. If y'all have any other suggestions or any other things y'all enjoy, I'd definitely love to hear about it, because I am here for y'all as well. But I want to make sure, you know, I stay locked in on the goal. The goal is 365 days of Grounded Daily every day, live. And we're at like day 96 right now. So we're keeping going. Hey, Devin, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to keep it going. We want to keep that energy flowing and keep that at the center of things, you know. Right now, we working on like adjusting TikTok's algorithm through the system. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Devin. I really appreciate you. Keeping the algorithm and the system going in the right direction as a content creator right now, so that we can continue to attract in more loved ones like ourselves and bring them into the fold and bring them into the family and on divine timing. My battery running low. I can't really plug in the charger and still sit with y'all like this, but we ain't gonna be too much longer. I still gotta drive tonight. I got about 500 miles of driving still to do, which I know probably to y'all sound crazy, but for me, that's just another day. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. I really do. Let me see. I kind of want to put up a poll. Yep, that's what I want to do. I had this old poll that I had never put up, and I might as well get y'all opinion on it before we go. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, might as well. All right, cool. And I'm just putting this up just to kind of like gauge, you know, different things I may pick up on or not pick up on with you guys. My daughter and myself said we would try out together. I'm trying to learn crochet. Oh, y'all gonna do crochet? That's pretty cool. And then y'all have a nice fun project y'all can share with each other. You know, that's really cool. Devin, thank you so much for liking the live. Everyone, thank you so much for liking the live. I put the poll up in the top left-hand corner if y'all want to respond to it. I appreciate it. I'm just kind of getting some information from people. Yes, Ellie. Chakras. Yes. Awareness. Angelica, I love that. And those are two things that's really, really good and easy things to talk about. Definitely. I appreciate the both of y'all. I'm going to put it up one more time. You crochet too, Michelle? Check y'all out. My brother, affirmations and confidence boosters. I love that. Thank y'all so much for this feedback. Shara with the spiritual awareness. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all feedback. And I love to see this because it's all things that I can actually offer that's in a beneficial way. You know, these are things that I can actually do that's going to help. And I definitely can offer some real-time helpful, now I don't want to say tips and tricks, but just the different things that we can do on a day-to-day basis. Because the great thing about these activities, and what I always want to focus on my channel, is to offer and provide activities and advice that anybody and everybody can use. You don't necessarily have to go outside in 30-degree weather like me to ground, but there are different activities you can do to ground yourself. When we are keeping that in the front of our brain instead of just doing it subconsciously, we get to set intentions with the grounding. We get to set standards and boundaries based on the grounding, and we set habits based on the grounding. And that leads to, everything being better, because everything is coming from a loving, grounded place, right? And so that expands on the way we think. That expands on our affirmations. That expands on our businesses. That expands to our children, and I'm thankful I can be able to provide that for y'all. So I really appreciate y'all feedback in that, and I'll definitely be working on that for everyone. I definitely will. I ain't gonna stay too much longer. Matter of fact, yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock here. Like I said, I still got some driving to do. And I really appreciate y'all taking that poll, though. That was very helpful to me, and I love to be able to provide for y'all. So I definitely know exactly how to do and move that forward for everyone. There's a bunch of ideas running through my head right now as I'm speaking about it, but I'll have to go through my process where I write things down and make sure I align with different timings on when to provide which and what. And we'll get that out there for everybody. We'll definitely get that out there for everybody. Meanwhile, I will definitely put this live up on YouTube. We will be live again tomorrow at 9 p.m. I want to continue to start posting at least one post in the morning, one post mid-afternoon, and then a couple posts late at night. Hey, Essence, peace and prosperity to you. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know why they're doing that to y'all comments. Definitely appreciate y'all being here, and I really appreciate. Thank you so much for being here, little sweetheart. We are friends. Thank you so much for being here, and I will definitely get to work on that for everyone. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all feedback. We will be back again tomorrow. Thank you all so much, and I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Peace and prosperity to everyone.